The first live performance for Akko was a spectacular opening for the group. They had just come off their anime and had a whole line of songs prepared to sing. One of the anime insert songs was Omoi Yohitatsu ni Nare, which was an 8-man song due to Riko sitting out in the anime. It's a touching song about no matter where you are, as long as your feelings are connected, you'll always be together. It's a genuinely nice song that really fits into the narrative of the anime story. With that song now in their discography, it was meant to be played during the first tour, and that's exactly what they did. For the first tour, they went in chronological order for the setlist. It wasn't until about 70% of the show until they performed the song in question. By surprise, Rikako Aida, who is Riko's voice actress, actually went on stage to perform the song's backing piano. It was a surprise, as nothing like this had ever happened before in Love Live concert history. On the first day, it went off without a hitch. Rikako was visibly nervous and a bit shaky. In order to prepare for the concert, she learned and practiced piano about 2 months before the live happened. The song progresses and it goes significantly well for the first attempt. The show continues on without a problem, and everything is fine. On day 2, it was a different story. The song progresses, Rikako goes up and does the same routine. She looks at Anju and Ami, signaling that she's ready to play. The song starts and intro goes well, but as it shifts from the prelude to the first verse, the key is played wrong, followed by silence. And the camera focused on Rikako shows that she becomes suddenly overwhelmed by getting the key wrong, and then she breaks down. The song continues on without Rikako for no more than 6 seconds, as the scoring keys are purred throughout the song. The song finally stops, and the only thing heard from the stage are the breaths and short bursts of tears from Rikako. The camera focuses on her, and she is visibly crying. Immediately, Anju and Ami, Sue and Nanaka, and Aina Suzuki run up to the stage to comfort her. They all give her a hug while Rikako is continuously apologizing through her tears. Aina keeps comforting her, saying that it's alright and that it's okay. Anju runs down and grabs a towel and water, while Aina holds down her hands, hopefully to stop her shaking. Rikako is at this point a mess, for lack of a better word. She's having a panic attack from this experience because messing up a key part of a song in front of a massive audience, it would mess anyone up. It's shown by the other girls' reaction that they didn't really expect it. Even Aika Kobayashi was crying from it. You can see her red eyes during the song. Anju returns with the water and towel and gives it to Rikako. And during this, Anju has this warm, comforting smile the entire time. For such an extreme moment of distress this may be for Rikako, Anju still faces it with such a supportive and cheerful smile that it's hard not to feel consoled by it. At this point, the crowd is chanting her name, Rikako. The lights are fully pink now. We'll stay like this for the rest of the song. The song restarts now, and she still continues to play the piano. This time she does it near flawlessly. But every time the camera focuses on her, she's still clearly in distress and she's afraid of messing up. The song ends and the camera goes back to Rikako. It's shown that she's trembling hard. Not even the first day she was trembling that much. The song finishes and the concert continues into a talk portion. Rikako wasn't on stage for this portion, as she went backstage to recuperate and calm herself down. From this moment, the fan reaction was extreme, but in a good way. The entire audience showed their support and love for Rikako after her panic attack, and from then on the song wasn't performed again, at least not for another year, till the 4th live. It was the same song and dance. Rikako went on stage and played the piano, but she was singing along this time. But as the stage went to the chorus, had a small interlude where she stood up, crying just a bit, and went on stage with the rest of the girls. Now performing the song as 9 members, as one group, as one. This was something that was out of complete surprise, and it will be performed as 9 members from here on out. It was a massive change for Rikako, especially since she said piano wasn't really something she's done since that day.
私もファーストからずっとピアノ触れなくってトラウマになる感じだったんですか？やっぱりこうそうですねやっぱりなんかミスったらどうしようっていう追われる気持ちというか
It messed her up to the point that she didn't want to make another mistake on stage. It was a traumatic experience. And after the fact, she went on Instagram to talk about the experience, and how she can no longer consider herself a professional, just from a mistake she made. The most amazing thing about this whole performance is how much it lined up with the anime itself. There's a whole Reddit post about the coincidences, so shout out to that, but I want to go over the most important thing. First of all, Riko's own accident. If you remember, in the anime's 2nd episode, we're shown a flashback of a moment when Riko was meant to do a piano recital, but she froze at the last minute as well. Rikako, just like Riko, could have managed to do an important performance. and lost your ability to actively play piano. Personally, I was someone who got into Aqua after this concert happened. I didn't know much about the accident, but I remember fondly about how I got into the voice actresses of Aqua. I was watching clips from the Nico Names, all funny ones, and they all got taken down. And I watched moments, and I saw Rikako, and I was interested in her the most. She resonated with me, and I was someone who was already liking Rico a lot more, so it helped. Then I saw this accident happen, and it broke me. From then on, I just really respected and admired Rikako for the hardship she went through. Having a panic attack on stage could be one of the biggest career-ruining moments, but instead it was turned into a moment of admiration for all the fans who viewed it. Since then, I've supported Rikako throughout her every endeavor, and I'll continue to do so. I think the one thing you can take away from this whole incident is that it just shows that the girls are like us. They make mistakes and are not perfect. With idols, and especially K-pop idols, we're always shown how they're all perfect and they're beyond us. But watching these kind of things just kind of show that we're all human. We're all the same. We all make mistakes and nobody's perfect. That's something people don't really think about when it comes to idols.